Today, I'm bringing you one of the best Japanese street foods, yakisoba. You'll find this at all festivals, some street stalls, and it's so easy to make. We're gonna make it at home today. So let's get started with yakisoba.
Let's start with a quarter of cabbage. First, you just want to take the core out. And we can just put that off to the side. We're not going to need it for today. And after that, we're just going to cut up our cabbage. I like to slice it up like this. It doesn't have to be uniform or anything like that because we're going to be frying it later. Take half an onion and slice it up. After that, we're going to be taking peeman. We're going to be using 2. Peeman are just small green onions. I just like cutting off the tops like this. And then after that, I'm just going to put my thumb in and just take off the tops. You usually get most of the seeds when you do that. And if you don't, we're just going to go back through and clean that out later. We're going to do the same thing with the second peeman, just like so. And see, I didn't get all the seeds out of that one. So what we're going to do is just take the flesh out and just knock out any of the seeds. This isn't a spicy green pepper, so even if there are seeds, it's not going to add any heat to our dish. So we're just going to slice it in half and then slice up the green pepper. And we're going to do this for the other one too. Now, after we're done with that, the cutting board's a little dirty, so we're just going to clean this off real quick. Get these seeds off of here. And now let's move on to our carrot. We're going to take half a carrot. I've already peeled this. And we're going to cut it in half so it doesn't slide around on our cutting board. And we're just going to slice it up. It doesn't matter how even this is because we're going to be stir frying it later. So it's all going to be the same later. So don't worry if it's neat or nice. Next, let's move on to our meat. We're going to be using pork for this dish, and I decided to use pork belly. I wanted something with more fat content, but you can use any kind of pork if you want. If it's leaner, that's fine too, but it's in about 5 centimeter slices, and we have about 150 grams of this. Put that off to the side for later, and then also we're going to be using soba noodles. Try and find these in your supermarket, and these were already refrigerated and cooked, so we need to rehydrate them later a little bit. And lastly, we're going to move on to the sauce, which is the most important ingredient of this dish. I've done 3 tablespoons of ketchup, 3 tablespoons of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, and 1 tablespoon of honey. Mix those all together, and we have our sauce. Next, we're going to get our pan hot, put some sesame oil in there, and we're going to sweat down the vegetables that we cut down earlier. I'm going to make sure that they turn kind of translucent and a lot softer. They should look like this. After we've done that, we'll clean the pan out again, and then we're going to throw our meat in. Make sure everything gets brown, and even if you have a little bit of pink like I do, it's fine. And after that, we're going to throw in our noodles. We need to rehydrate them a little bit, so put about 2 tablespoons of water in, and then just move the noodles around until they separate a little bit. Now that we have everything mixed up, let's add our vegetables back in the pan. And we're going to add one last ingredient today, which is moyashi, or bean sprouts. And I like to put these in at the end because if we put them in the beginning, they become a little too soft, and we want a little more texture to our yakisoba today. Now we've done that, we're adding our sauce, and we're putting about 4 tablespoons in. You can put more in if you want more flavor, but I've put only 4 tablespoons in. And then after that, we're just going to mix this up. Make sure everything's incorporated. Make sure it looks nice and brown, just like this. And lastly, what we're going to do is we're going to be adding my all-time favorite, MSG. We're really going to boost up the umami flavor on this yakisoba, so sprinkle it liberally. Then just mix everything up, fry away, and we're good to go. There are different ways to eat yakisoba, but I really like putting a little bit of pickled ginger on top of mine. You can even find my pickled ginger recipe in the link below. So let's get that on a plate and let's eat. Should look just like this.
And that was it. That was yakisoba. It's so easy to make. So go out there and try it yourself. If you didn't like today's toppings, try some different things. If you want to put bonito flakes or mayonnaise or kimchi, it's really up to you. So have fun with this recipe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.